Welcome to Meathead Test Kitchen, where food and fitness come to hang out. Nutrition, training, and life. It's all fair game on Meathead Test Kitchen.
Welcome to Meathead Test Kitchen, a podcast where we love nerdy fitness shit and are super busy, so sometimes we take an unintentional hiatus. I'm Sadie.
I'm Sausha.
Oops.
Whoops.
Look, dude, it's a lot of work running media companies, okay? Now,
Yes.
I don't even run as much media as Sausha does. Sausha is the head bitch in charge. I just take orders and then push buttons. But still, like, it's been a lot.
Yeah. I mean,
Being
College
an
World
adult with lots
Series
of shit to do.
happens, and then
it's
League
football
Championship
season.
happened, and
Yeah.
then we're right into football season. But we're back.
And
We'll
this is
be
how
recording.
this is
regularly.
how we forget to record for 4 months. Oops.
Sorry. It's only
It's
been
okay.
3.
Okay. Well, we're good.
Yeah.
So we're going to tap into a topic that I don't think we've actually covered before. This is a first in almost 150 episodes. So we're going to talk about the VO2 max. And before you roll your eyes because you think of fitness influencers wearing those fucking face masks on treadmills to train their VO2 max, we're not talking about that. So let's learn how to breathe more efficiently because that's all it is.
Yeah, I really like that. So what is VO2 max? The smart people at Harvard Med say that VO2 max is an objective way to tell just how fit you are. It's also associated with lower risk for cardiovascular disease and increased longevity. I like
Yes.
that.
The V in VO2 max stands for volume. The O2 in VO2 max is oxygen because, well, hi. And like,
I don't know if you guys knew that. O2 is oxygen.
it is. I know. We're a very scientific, very smart person podcast. Therefore, your VO2 max measures how much oxygen your body consumes while you're training. Sorry, I had to just pause for a second so that you could know that O2 was oxygen.
I don't know if you guys knew that.
In case you forgot. Typically, your VO2 max is measured as milliliters per kilogram of body weight per minute of exercise. Okay, so that's a fucking lot. Milliliters per kilogram of body weight per minute of exercise. It really isn't that complicated, though. Pinky promise.
Okay. Let's dive into this here, okay? So if you've ever wanted to measure your VO2 max, you can, but it may require a little bit of help.
Yes.
You wear a heart rate monitor and a special mask to record how much oxygen you're taking in versus how much carbon dioxide you are exhaling while doing cardio on a bike or a treadmill.
I was watching sports ball the other day, and I don't remember if it was football or maybe it was boxing. I don't remember what I was watching, but someone was doing a VO2 max test in like the montage for the game. Maybe it was NFL. I think they were talking about a quarterback. So he had the mask on, and so the VO2 the mask is like, it's a motherfucker.
Yeah.
You look like como se dice words. Who's the guy from the fucking Batman movie that wears that? Bane. You look like Bane. You really fucking look like Bane. So it's got tubes coming out of it. It's got you got heart monitors on. You're all strapped up and good to go. So the intensity of, dude, VO2 max test. I've never done one, but it sounds awful. The intensity of exercise ramps up until you're going at full capacity. And the test is pretty intense, but it's usually only like 10 to 20 minutes. This kind of testing is not essential if you are not competing in an endurance sport. So if you're not running, if you are just training to train, you probably will never, ever, 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 ever fucking need to take a VO2 max test. But if you are a competitive athlete that hangs out on our podcast and you would like to know what yours is, now you know how to find it.
Occasionally, when you sign up at a gym for a trainer, occasionally they will have you do one of these so that they can determine in the beginning how much cardio they can prescribe you if you haven't worked out in a very, very long time or never before. So that would maybe be the only other time that they're doing something like that. Same thing at the doctor's office. If you're going there to get checked out before you embark on a journey, occasionally they will prescribe this as well for the same reasoning. So Why is a VO2 max important for fitness? Straight up, high VO2 max correlates to better physical fitness. That's all you need. So if you know your VO2 max, you can use that info to train more efficiently. I don't know if you've been here before, but welcome to Meathead Test Kitchen, where we have a significant giant girl boner for efficiency. We are busy and we do a lot of shit, and we have a lot of shit to do. So you got to get in and get out with maximum benefit when you are there to train.
Yeah, I mean, when you breathe, your lungs bring in oxygen and they transport it to your red blood cells, which takes oxygen everywhere else in your body. So if you were not aware of how your body transports that shit around, now you know. But your muscles need oxygen to make ATP, which is another episode we need to do that we haven't done yet, because ATP is... I don't even have time to get into it right now, but it's the main source of it. It's
really
it's
interesting and important.
Yes. It is. It's basically Newton's Newton's principle of matter. You can't create nor destroy. It's just a transfer of energy. That is ATP in a nutshell. And we'll do an episode about that here shortly. But it is the main source of energy for your muscles while training. The more oxygen you bring in, the more ATP synthesis, whatever. I can't words. It's before 10 a.m. The more ATP is available, pretty much, is how that works. The more oxygen you get.
If you have a higher VO2 max, that means that your heart and your lungs are more efficiently supplying blood to your muscles, and that your muscles are efficiently using that oxygen.
Correct.
That's the simplest terms we can put this in.
Yep. I mean, if we can't explain it like we're 5, we're not a very fucking good fitness podcast, are we?
No, we're not. No. So... that's what we do here.
So now that you know what a VO2 max is, now you know how to measure it, how do you make yours better? This is the fun part of the episode where we're like, all right, go do it. Go.
Do it,
Make
lady.
your VO2 max better. Do the thing. Get your heart going. You can improve your VO2 max by doing any aerobic exercise that gets your heart pumping. The more vigorous, the better. Walking might not be enough to do it, so you're going to have to get a little sweaty. You got to tax that cardio system a little bit.
And if you're afraid to get sweaty, then I don't know what to tell you.
Working out is not for you if you don't like sweat.
Work intervals into your training. If you are already fit-ish to reasonably fit, interval training is going to be the way to up your VO2 max. We love HIIT. It's a fast, efficient way to get great cardio session in, and you can build your VO2 max whilst you do it. So HIIT isn't meant for every day, though. You should be employing that into your weekly training a couple times a week, but not necessarily every single day.
Correct. HIIT training is one of those things where you can absolutely overtrain with it because it's not long time-wise, but intensity-wise, it's really, it's high-intensity interval training. It's going to be hard. So make sure that you're not doing HIIT training more than 3 times a week.
Yeah. And add
every
it at
other
the end
day.
Of your, add it at the end of your workout, like 10 minutes.
Lift first, then do HIIT. But we have cracked the code on the VO2 max, so let's talk about this. All right. I'm going to steal Sasha's turn for a second. Inside baseball, I am letting you into a doobie time conversation that happened with my husband, I don't know, like a month and a half ago. Phil and I wax poetic about all things in life and the world all the time while we smoke weed in our sunroom, which we do a lot, so we talk about a lot of random shit. So he's been training for softball. He started playing slow pitch softball again. He pitches, he catches, but he was like, I don't want to be dog shit out on the diamond. And he's like, what do we do? And I'm like, well, you train your VO2 max. And he's like, okay, cool. Well, let's figure out the most efficient, fastest, easiest fucking way to do it. And I was like, bet. So I bring to you the most efficient way to train VO2 max that I have found online. And trust me, I have been around the internet. I used to be friends with fucking Jenna Marbles on Twitter. That's how long I've been around on the internet, bro. But from Reddit to fitness blogs and even influencers, they're all tapping in on this secret that we found. And I wish that I could take the credit for finding this, but it's all Phil. So
oh, really?
This one, Phil found this one, and he told me about it, and he's just like, bro, you have to read this now. And I was like, okay. So I read it, and I put my phone down, and I was like,
dang,
I'm listening.
Yeah. And the reveal is kettlebells. Kettlebells are the way. I do love a good kettlebell workout.
I just bought 2 more, actually.
We know and we love a good kettlebell workout around here, utilizing them in your workouts in any way, shape, or form. Fantastic multitasker that doesn't take up a ton of storage space.
Yep.
Here's how you do it. You're going to grab a kettlebell that's of a weight where you can do 20 swings in a row comfortably.
So, for example, when we do this at our house, I take, depending on the day, the 10 or 15 pound kettlebell. Phil takes the 20 usually. After 1 rep, so you're going to do just one regular, you're not going to do the full high kettlebell swing, just an American kettlebell swing. After 1 rep, you put the weight down and you take a single breath through your nose. You pick the weight back up, you do 2 swings, you put the weight back down, you take 2 breaths through your nose. You continue to do this until you get to 20 continuous swings with 20 consecutive breaths, and then you start working your way back down. So it's a pyramid. So you're starting at 1. Well, it's an inverted pyramid because you're working your way up. But you're going to go all the way up to 20, and then you're going to work your way all the way back down to 1. Now, again, I did not invent this. However, I am co-opting it and fucking telling you about it on my podcast because I'm an adult and I can do what I want.
The other thing, if you don't have a kettlebell, if you can't afford a kettlebell, you can use a dumbbell and just hold it like you would a kettlebell. You're just going to have to like cup it, kind of.
Yeah.
If you're watching it, you will see what I'm saying, and it looks like I'm cupping breasts, but really this is, imagine a dumbbell in my hands.
If only I had
and
a
you hold it
dumbbell,
the same way. Yeah.
Use a lightsaber pen.
There you go.
But the post on the dumbbell, and you've got a weight on each side, right? This is why you should watch the podcast, because you get to see me use random fucking props that are in front of me, like a Star Wars lightsaber pen. Anyway, so you've got your shit on each side. So you just grab one of them, and you put your fingers around it so that you have it in a safe basket. And then you
cup
swing
it.
it. Yeah. It really is like cup. I mean, as a gay girl, it's just like cupping a boob. And who doesn't love cupping? If you don't like boobs, I don't trust you. I don't trust someone that don't love titties. If you told me straight up, looked me in the soul, and you said, Sadie, I don't like titties, I'd be like, we can't be friends anymore. I don't trust a bitch that doesn't like a titty.
Yeah.
Anyway, so a couple things.
I'm in agreement with that. I'm not going to fight that.
We are gay as fuck on this podcast. I love me a titty. Anyway. A couple of things to keep in mind. Form over everything. God, I hope my mom's listening to this episode. She'd be so proud of me right now. We don't like ego lifting. Even if the weight is lower than you expected, it's okay. I promise you that you're going to get a fucking workout by the time you're done with those 20 reps and you're on your way back down.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
if you've never done a kettlebell, like, workout, they're almost always a part of any kind of, a lot of times, HIIT training, whatever, I can't
CrossFit
think of the word.
uses them a shit ton.
CrossFit, the word I'm looking for is like it is interval training, essentially. Tabata. A lot of times it's part of Tabata, which is also a ladder. Anyway, look into Tabata too if you want some HIIT training.
Yeah, talk about a short workout that'll fucking ruin your day.
It kicks your ass every time. Trust me.
It does.
Do kettlebell workouts because there's really not a huge trick to this. It's a simple trick. It took us 2 seconds to reveal what the heck we were talking about. Grab that kettlebell and get your VO2 max up. Grab some sick MTK merch while you're looking for a kettlebell on your journey into the internet to search for things, because you want to make sure that you're repping your favorite podcaster's favorite podcast at the gym. And you can follow us on the Clock app. You can follow us on Instagram. Show notes, training templates, and personal services are all at meatheadtestkitchen.com as always. MTK.
Yes. And you can also find us on Discord before I killed your outro. MTK.
No, it's okay. Out. Discord. Go to Discord.
Go to Discord. Follow us. Like us. We put podcasts out intermittently.
Smash that subscribe button.
Hit that like and subscribe button, fam.
Join Sadie and Sausha every Monday, helping to make your fitness and nutrition journey suck less. MTK.